And, we're off to our, I think, second to last 2 weeks off to Contributor Summit EU. Thanks for all being here. Please be excellent to each other, adhere to the code of conduct. And Nigel, you can kick it off. I think you need to leave early, right?
Yeah, so as we talked about last time, we were going to plan to have an issue in GitHub that people can respond to for the unconference and suggesting and submitting topics. And so I made a draft for that, and I just wanted to share that with you all. It's in the Summit staff channel. I can't share my screen right now, but that's, I took a screenshot of it and copied the text of what it looks like right now. And I wanted to see if there were any notes. Otherwise, I will submit that, and then we can make some plan to publicize it so that folks can start submitting and voting on topics.
That's good.
Cool. Do I have sound here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Having issues. So that sounds good. So that's one item for know before you go. So we'll need to get the rest done, a lot of which are on my plate. Some of which because there isn't anybody else. So we don't have a point person for meet and greet, so I'm just going to need to try to run it.
When is it? Forgive me for forgetting, but when is it?
Friday lunch.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, can't help.
Yeah, well, it's actually
Friday
more,
or
it's honestly,
early?
it's more the prep part, right? The actual event, me and Deb can cover. I just haven't, I mean, the reason why nothing went out about the SIG meet and greet last week is because I had too many other things to do, including several other things going out to Kubernetes community. So we'll just have to wrap that in the know before you go, as well as send something directly to leads. I actually want to prep a Slack blast, which would cover
cool.
for the SIGs both meet and greet and remind them about signing up for SIG meetings if they want SIG meetings.
Yeah.
So when you said the meet and greet was on Friday, but it's the Friday like after KubeCon starts, right? Like the 21st or whatever that day is, and not the Friday before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I think that was some confusion in what Nancy was saying when asked about helping with it, because she was saying she wasn't going to get there until Saturday, which maybe, Josh, you don't have to do it all on your own, if we can get that clarified.
Yeah, no, I was asking
second
Nancy
point,
actually for, you know, I asked Nancy about it, but I specifically said help in advance. I didn't see a response from her though.
She responded.
Okay.
I saw it. I can find it.
Yeah, and I think
Okay,
that was the confusion.
Slack
Help
never
in
notified
advance
me.
was okay. So I think maybe if we can tie that loop up, you might not have to do it all on your own. I'm hesitant to volunteer because I have a talk on Friday. But yeah, do we have any other sort of communication going out that we can send out the unconference thing?
Well, I would go in the whole, well,
can we send a tweet out or something?
I'm going to put the doc where we're tracking all of our comms into the chat, and I'll put it into the
Okay,
notes.
thanks.
There's a list of all of the things that we are targeting. There's tweets. We have a list of 42 tweets that we're working on in preparation for KubeCon. That includes SIG meet and greet, contributor summit, everything. So, but if we're missing something, I know there had been an ask to promote one of the colos specifically. So if there are any other tweets, just let us know and we'll fit them into the schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, do we have
I was
a-
hoping to get something out in the next couple days so that we can start getting topics in. And if that's not doable, that's totally fine. I'll start like publicizing, at least to like the folks that I know of, and maybe there's some way that folks can find out that we need their topics and submissions.
Yeah, we can do that whenever you're ready. We have a link if you want to try writing it yourself, or just give us
Okay.
whatever information you need to have included on there and we can write it for you.
You want to link that issue then, or?
Yeah, I just submitted the issue, so I will grab a link. 6633 is the number of it. There's the link. And then where's the draft tool or form?
We'll grab the link. If you create your issue here, you can write the tweet text directly into the issue and it'll create the PR for you.
Awesome, perfect. I will work on that in a bit. But yeah, if
Sounds good.
everybody's good for that, then I'm gonna jet and see you all in 2 weeks.
See you.
Thanks
Have fun
so
in
much,
Spain.
Vincent. That is very helpful. Yeah, we'll do. All right, bye y'all.
So we have the issue, we'll have a tweet, we'll add it to the email, right? To the know before you go email. That's the pre-event email there, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So Josh, you wanted to add then both meet and greet and SIG meetings to that email, right?
Yeah, we have a whole checklist of items. I also need to hold on. Because I also need to do, so we need a meet and greet sign up, which I'm gonna have to prepare. And we want to remind people about SIG meetings. I want to go ahead and prepare a sort of social sign up thing to get better signal. And mostly what this is going to be doing is asking people what their likely travel options are, so we can get an idea of numbers. Or, and then effectively directing them to resources. Oh, and then asking them if they're going to want to bring a +1 without promising that we're going to be able to accept +1s, because that's going to be capacity based. So, and we'll want that to also be in there, as well as having been elsewhere. So oh, right. Yeah, we all need to register as staff.
Yeah, I think I did. I need to check, to be honest. Yeah. I think I tried it out very early on.
So so yeah, so most of us have apparently not signed up. So yeah, so we need sort of all of those things, and I need to also add them to the web page for the event.
All right. Yeah.
I got some stuff in last week. I just ran out of time to put in all of the stuff. So hold on. Let's link that to the notes.
How can I find out what SIG meetings are scheduled?
Yeah, hold on.
I think we have a sheet. Let me find it. Sign up sheet down there.
I mean, we have a bunch signed up. I need to,
Yeah, yes.
I need to
3
talk
plus
to
1 that needs a
Damien.
second.
Yeah, I need to talk to Damien about why he can't take one of the available slots.
Hmm.
So, but we've got CI signal and data protection working group and tentatively SIG release. The now somebody remind me here. So for this particular contributor summit, we have the big room
Yep.
and we have 3 meeting rooms, one of which belongs to docs.
We could give the other 2 to SIG meetings. So we could do 2 tracks of SIG meetings at the same time. If
Yeah,
we're not
um,
reusing one of the rooms for like smaller on-conference sessions.
Well, I think that was kind of the idea, was to
Yeah.
have an opportunity to have 2 concurrent unconference sessions. But then it's also worth asking SIG in structured logging what their timing issue is. So that just went in there. So I will ask them what their timing issue is. And work something out. And yeah, they might go into the second meeting room. And then that becomes not available for unconference.
I mean, as long as it's 1 session, then we can work around that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was why I did the whole meetings that need a time slot thing, because I thought we might end up doing that. Because the thing is, we don't have that many time slots. And so it's like, well, this is going to conflict with other stuff. Wait.
I just dropped a link in the chat. That was the sign up sheet I made originally. It looks like the link changed, but it tells you the capacity and if there's AV or not in there.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Oh, hey, Deb, since you're on, what is our actual capacity for the social?
Higher than we're gonna hit.
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I can tell you after this.
I didn't mean venue capacity. I was thinking more budget, honestly.
Oh, still probably higher. Let me pull and check for you, but I won't know till after this meeting.
Okay. Yeah, and it was just a question of whether or not we want to allow +1s is going to be based partly on, what we expect in that direction. So.
Got it. Okay.
If I remember correctly, this venue was the all in all a bit cheaper venue also, right?
Yes.
It was.
Which is why cheaper and more flexible, which is why we picked it.
And I think it's going to be more fun.
Yep.
Me too. So we had 93 registrations approved plus 13 pending.
Okay. It's pretty. I don't have, a sort of, because we ended up not registering people. I don't know how that matches up with LA.
In LA, you only had registrations for the social, right?
Yeah, we only had registrations for the social. Deb, do you remember how many registrations we had for the social for LA?
No, but give me a minute, I can pull it.
Okay. Because the problem is that we don't have a comparable here because we didn't register people during the day for Los Angeles. And prior to that, we were having new contributor workshop, which really stilted the sort of registration numbers. So we really don't know what that 93 means in terms of the number of people who will actually show up. We'll find out.
Distribution over the day will also be interesting, I guess.
What should be our deadline for making decisions on the pending people?
Hmm.
And the pending
When are you
waitlist people are all
traveling?
people.
I would say, when are you traveling? And like, that's probably going to be
I'm
key.
leaving on the 12th. So
Yeah,
yeah, if we need to message people, it has to happen before then.
right.
And we
The,
said in general, we take registrations up till the Friday before last time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's typically what we've done.
So the
And I dropped it in the chat, Josh, but 67 registered for LA.
okay. So already higher than LA.
Was it good? So.
Yeah. The
Didn't someone volunteer during our last meeting to do the final check?
Yeah, I think Arnaud said he can do it
Yeah.
before he leaves. I think because he's leaving on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So
that would include then maybe
okay.
adding people from the wait list, right? Or
Yeah, okay, but he and I should go through it before this week and actually do some triage on the people on the wait list.
Yeah.
Because they're not all equal.
I can.
I mean, because some people are there and they're just like, they're enthusiastic and haven't contributed to Kubernetes yet. And there's some other things, like there's one in particular who appears to have given an incorrect GitHub ID and is not responding to messages. And and I think that person's not going to get cleared to attend regardless for that reason. The yeah, so yeah, so he and I should go over the wait list and look at, if we're assuming that we have capacity. So what, I mean, we were targeting like 100 for this thing, weren't we?
I think so, right? That's also the room.
Originally, it was 50. That's obviously
50.
changed. Yeah, so the room is set for, I want to say 180 because it's 90 in theater and 90 in
All right. Yeah.
round tables, half and half.
Yep. And the side rooms are much smaller.
Yep, they're
Like
just meeting
15,
rooms.
right?
Like, yeah.
They're like meeting rooms. Yep. The so I mean, the mind you always to keep up is we won't get 100% turnout.
No.
Sure.
And even if we do, people, about half our attendees tend to spend most of the day standing around and talking. So as long as we have room for them to stand around and talk. But it does sound like we may not be accepting anybody from the wait list. I would say if we go over 100 registrations, which looks fairly likely at this point, that we may tell pending wait list no.
So right now, 88 folks have said they plan to attend the unconference format during the day on the 16th. And then
Oh, okay. So
94 have said yes to the reception.
okay.
That's a higher percentage than I would have guessed.
Okay.
Same.
It's free to check a box, so
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
numbers
Yeah.
are
Right. Yeah.
Still.
Mhm.
wiggle room.
And they will arrive at like, I don't know, noon for lunch and then leave after
Yeah.
lunch or something.
Yeah. Well, and for that matter, I'll point out our main loss of attendees is to other other Monday events.
Yeah.
More than anything else. So okay, so if we're only at 80 for the day, then we might still be accepting the waitlist folks.
88 right now.
Oh, 88.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But in other words, we don't know if we're accepting the waitlist folks or not. We could see numbers where it's not a reasonable thing to do. Okay. Where are we?
And we might get more restorations with like SIG meetings filling up and stuff, right?
Yeah. The
Not sure if all the attendees in that list already signed up. Yeah, but then we're good on attendees, I think.
Yep. One thing I actually is, Deb, is because of circumstances, it would be good next week if it's possible. And I understand the event staff have a ton of stuff to do, to reconcile the registrations, particularly against anybody who converted their registration to an online registration. I don't know if that's a thing that's happening right now.
So we check it against KubeCon registrations to make sure they're actually registered for KubeCon, because it has to be printed on their badge.
Yeah.
And so far 3 folks were not. So we reached out to them and told them, if you registered with another email, tell us what it is. If not, remember this is a requirement.
Okay.
So we'll find it in that process, but so far we haven't
Okay,
seen anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it where it's a little bit more challenging is the is speakers, right? Because a lot of people who would be coming to Contributor Summit are speakers, and I'm still seeing speakers change their decision about in-person versus remote. And because their registration is free and covers both, they don't necessarily need to do anything registration-wise.
We updated in the KubeCon system.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, because we have to have those numbers correct
Right.
for KubeCon too, obviously. So as people make the switch back and forth and up and down, whatever people do, we keep that all updated in KubeCon Reg.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Chris, do you have more questions about the pre-event email, other than the fact that we need a bunch of this online stuff before it can be finished?
Chris had to.
Oh, he had to duck out. Okay.
Sorry, was that a question about comms though?
Yes, it was a question about comms, the pre-event email. And basically the news about the pre-event email is there's a bunch of materials for it that link to things that need to go online and are not up yet.
Okay.
Which would include the meet and greet sign up sheet, the event +1 and other random stuff sheet, the social +1 and other random stuff sheet, and probably some updates to the website. To the extent that anybody has any time to help with any of that, that would be awesome. But
yeah, I'll have some time this week.
Okay.
A bit more free this week than next.
Okay. Yeah, we probably need to get all those filled in either today or tomorrow, because comms, I guess, needs to put all this together.
Yeah. I also just realized I need to fill out
at least have the links. Yeah, probably we can do the updates to the site last, because those just need to be up before the message goes out. But we need to have links for the other things.
Yeah. Once we have all of those things, we can put them into the Know Before You Go email, and also the tweets that we're going to send out reminding about these things.
Yeah, we'll be able to reuse it then also for the site. Yes. Verbiage could be very similar there.
Okay, so more comm stuff, Caslin?
Yeah. Do you want me to just kind of go through the list?
Yeah.
So that we have a
Check
good
through
sense
it.
of what we're doing. I
Okay.
can do that. So I'm going through the list that I sent out earlier. Should I put the link in the doc again, or do people have it?
It's
Seems
right
like most
there.
people are in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's linked now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Yep.
also in the notes. So the first section is emails. We sent out the email about the mask requirement update from last week already. Then the next one we have on here that's important is the pre-event know before you go that we've been talking about. If there are any emails in between there, we can also make sure that that goes out in
Yeah, I don't.
our.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's
Okay.
any emails in between there, just because Know Before You Go is going out on next Monday, right?
Yeah.
So
Ideally.
it doesn't make sense to me, at least, to separately email something whose content is going to be in the Know Before You Go.
Mhm.
Like, and see, sort of putting some stuff on Slack. Like I said,
Okay.
the stuff that's specifically addressing SIGs, I want a Slack blast for.
We previously had
But-
a separate social and event information
Yeah,
that went out beforehand.
but that's kind of changed shape.
Mhm.
And I think it should just be in the Know Before You Go and on the website and on
Sounds good.
Slack in the Summit channel.
And we do have a draft of the Know Before You Go email in the link. If you click that link and go to the bottom of it, it's got the event details, the evening celebration details, vaccine verification information, which might need some updates, I'm not sure. How to let us know how to cancel, how to let us know that if you need to cancel, where to ask questions. So that's got a good base for us to go off of, and then just these other materials that we want to put in.
You can
Yeah,
add the
those-
unconference stuff to that too, right?
Yes, that's a good point. Should put a comment for myself.
Yeah. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? There is one thing, because I'm looking at what we've done before.
Uh-huh.
There is one email that would go out potentially before, which is for meet and greet.
Okay.
A separate
Yep.
meet and greet.
Yeah, separate meet and greet. Because for one thing, it happens kind of separately,
Yes.
since it's on Friday and not on Monday.
And it goes to
the,
SIG leads, right?
as well as KDev.
Hmm.
So, and like I said, I want that lumped together also with the SIG meetings to go into a multi-channel Slack blast.
Okay.
Because
So
it
should
really
we
is
in the
both
meeting
SIG and
also
working
lump
group.
the two together, Josh?
In which?
Should we also lump the email together, SIG meet and greet and SIG meetings?
No, because I've already sent out an email about SIG meetings.
Okay. Okay, good.
So what all needs to go out in the SIG meet and greet email? Do we need to wait for some of those forms?
You need to wait for the forms and then pretty much what's in the email updated for today.
Okay. Sounds
So-
good. And I also have a note in the tweet section, which we'll get to, about the Slack bot blast.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we'll come back to that. If that's okay.
Yep.
So SIG meet and greet email, we're just waiting for that form, and I'll go ahead and update the email in the link that's in the pre-event title.
Mhm.
Then we also want to send out an email about the pre-conference summit survey, just to check on attendance. Do you want to do that separately, or do you want it to just be part of the pre-event
Yeah.
now?
So that's actually changed shape.
Okay.
So it's split into kind of two separate things.
Okay.
One is the issue that Nigel has just filed for
Okay.
unconference content. And the second is going to be a survey for the social.
Okay.
And as a result, I don't see a separate email about that. I think it's going to get wrapped up in the meet and greet and the other communications.
Okay. So we don't need a separate email for this part.
No, but I might want to tweet.
Yes, that's in the tweet section already.
Okay,
So
cool.
we'll go over that in a second.
Yeah.
I'm just going to strike through this for now. Or
Yep.
I guess that's not right. I will remove it for now. and put it elsewhere just in case we need
Yeah, and that's the same thing as the transportation arrangements email. So
it. Okay,
the
that's the next question.
Yep.
So just these two
Yeah,
emails
so-
then.
so yeah, yep.
Perfect. So moving into tweets, we sent out one about the registration deadline.
Mhm.
We're planning to do for this week and next week, Wednesday, 9 a.m. Emails, which I think is going to be, did we decide CEST or PST? Or do we want to do both? We can figure that out.
Do both. I don't care.
You think both?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Cover all the time zones that way.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll send out a promo about the contributor summit, just hyping up how awesome it's going to be, both this week and next week. Then unconference submissions is going to be its own separate thing with the issue that Nigel's going to do. Nigel sent us that other issue that I need to put into here.
Mhm.
It's in.
I've got it.
6633. Nice number.
I've got it. If my thing will copy correctly, there we go.
Yep.
So if we need to write it ourselves, if you can't get around to it, we can just do it based on that.
Okay, I don't have edit access. You want to give me edit access?
On
I was
this?
just gonna add something. Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Change viewer editor. Okay, I've updated the link to anyone on the internet can edit. So if you refresh, I think you should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yep, works now. Thanks.
Perfect.
Okay.
So then the next thing is tweets during the conference, basically. So we've got this separate spreadsheet where we're listing out all of those, and we're getting help from lots of wonderful folks who are helping us to write those tweets. For the SIG meet and greet, we have 3 planned, one on Monday to remind people that it's happening on Friday, one on Wednesday to remind people that it's happening on Friday, and then a Friday day of.
Yeah.
That sound good?
Mhm.
I've actually got a question for you about all these tweets.
Yes.
Is it worth trying to push through getting authorization to get that timed tweet tool before KubeCon? Because it occurs to me these are for sending out things during KubeCon, which seems
It would become really handy very quickly. Let's put it like that.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about $60. I think I can get. What's the name of the tool again?
Buffer.
Okay.
Bufferapp.com.
the
But
way
you
that-
want the $10 plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
The way
$120.
that-
Yep.
the way that this process works for the KubeCon tweets, we've done this a couple of times now, is I use
Mhm.
this spreadsheet to describe all of the tweets that we need, recruit other folks from the community to help create them, and then I go through each one, review it, and put it into either Twitter or Twitter Together, or not Twitter Together, the other one, TweetDeck, to schedule them all before the event. So I just schedule them all manually, which is why we have this spreadsheet at all.
So if we had Buffer, we could literally
We could do it
put
in the
that
tool,
instead. Yeah.
but we already have the spreadsheet for this time. So I mean,
Yeah.
rushing
way
it
or
through is not
another.
going to do anything, but except I could schedule it through that and we could start getting familiar with it. So it's not super urgent, but I mean, it'll be good whenever we get it. And then the Slack bot blast, also about the SIG meet and greet, I also have in here since that's where I'm talking about that. And we're waiting for, are we waiting for any particular resources from you on that, Josh, or are you ready for it? For the
I am
Slack
not
bot
ready.
blast?
Mainly
Okay.
Yeah.
the meet and greet sign up sheet, right?
Okay,
That's
need the meet and greet sign up sheet.
That's the last thing that we need before.
So once that's ready, we can go ahead and send that out on the Slack bot. So the next thing is SIG meetings. I wasn't sure how many of those there are, but you all shared with me the links to the sign up sheets. So we can go ahead and plan to send out some information about that as soon as possible. We can already say like 3 are scheduled. When the other one gets scheduled, we could send out another tweet. I think this is something that's fine to do a few tweets about. Does that sound good to folks?
Mhm.
Cool. is there a steering AMA happening? Do we know? I think that was mentioned in our last meeting.
Yeah, I think it got confirmed.
Yeah.
Right? Bob?
Yeah,
Yep. Enough steering will be there where we can have an AMA.
cool.
Okay. Do you have a plan, time, schedule, any information about that we can use to craft a tweet?
Check that.
Not yet.
I have no idea on time. Afternoon would be, well, we will probably have more people if it's at least late morning or afternoon.
Is it going to be during the contributor summit?
Yes.
Okay, so
There
we
will
can
be a
do that.
separate steering AMA as part of main KubeCon, but that's more, again, general public. The steering one will be, the contributor summit will not be recorded.
Wait.
Yeah.
And will be.
You let me back up. The time of the steering AMA is not unknown. We have that on the schedule as being 10:30 a.m.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
well. All right.
Okay, I will bounce that in steering real quick.
Might be a good idea.
I mean, we could move it around still, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is on
I
the
mean, the
schedule.
whole-
We'll upset Nigel for
Right.
that.
The whole idea was we wanted to have something scheduled well. There was no,
Well, there was the voting and gathering of topics.
yeah, well, the unconference was not scheduled yet.
Okay. So, Bob, if I hear from you that timing is okay, we can go ahead and mention that. Or we honestly don't even have to say the time, really. Just say that it's part of the contributor summit.
Yeah.
I think that's plenty, honestly.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and do that ASAP. I'm going to bold it to let myself know that needs to be done, and also put ASAP.
Bob, if it helps, we could move like half an hour back towards lunch.
Well, I just tossed it in the steering committee channel, so we'll wait for people to act in there.
Cool.
And then the only other two tweets that I have currently planned on this list are reminders about the emails that are going to be going out. One about the, this is going to be the, okay. Yeah, this is going to be the pre-event email now, and the other one will be the SIG meet and greet. Well, I'll do it this way. So those two tweets will just be reminders to check your email, because we want to send those emails out directly to registrants, right? Well, I guess not the SIG meet and greet. Just we're waiting for the form on that one.
Yeah.
But these will be reminders
Yeah,
to go
so I'll
check your
get-
email for those.
Yep. So I'll get the meet and greet form done today, as well as adding it to the website. But if you want to wait until tomorrow morning to actually send out the blast, since after all, we are targeting Europeans.
Yep. Sounds good. Send at an EU friendly time.
Yeah.
And same for the email. I noticed that Gmail actually has the ability to schedule emails to go out. So we can, once we have the form, we
Oh,
can go ahead and schedule the email.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
I do that all the time. It's amazing.
It's so cool.
Bob, I just dropped a last minute item on the steering committee meeting for getting a buffer account for sending time tweets for contributor comms.
He might be away for a while.
Oh, okay. He was here
But
just a
he
second
did
ago.
say before that if you drop something, it'll be approved real quick.
Okay. The
So that's the overview of the comms that we have planned.
okay.
Let me know if there's
Cool.
anything that's missing, anything else you need. If you're worried about stuff during the conference, check out the spreadsheet. It has a lot of stuff in it.
Okay. what I'm worried about during the conference is that nobody's going to see those because they're not necessarily going to be
Yep.
checking messages. So
Yep. But we'll still tweet aggressively.
send them out anyway.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's actually more useful for things like for the meet and greet. People are like, wait, now where was the meet and greet again? Oh, hey, look, here's a
Exactly.
tweet.
Yep.
The
That's what we try to be at least. So I should probably,
So
I'm
what
wondering
I'll
if I
do-
should send out another one about the SIG meet and greet before, but I guess we're going to do that with the email. So that should be covered.
Bob's back. What question do we have?
Oh, I just wanted to let him know that I dropped the buffer account request on the steering committee agenda.
Oh, for buffer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a funding request.
Yep.
Okay. Skipping around because we went over on conference and SIG meetings. I want to go back to the social. Deb, you still here?
Still here.
Yep. Okay. So I talked to Lockie about the whole quiz show thing.
Yep.
And he wants people to be able to, like you would for a normal pub quiz, to be able to get together in small teams.
Okay.
Based on that, could we order 5 tiaras instead of just 1?
I ordered 6 already. Just in
Sweet.
Oh,
case.
well then. Then we're golden. Yeah, I'll because we're still tinkering with it, I'll handle printing out answer cards for that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because they're not gonna be designed like the bingo card was. So
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I mean, my main problem is, of course, that I don't have enough Kubernetes branded ceramics to give everybody in the team one.
You'll just have to work on that for next time.
Yeah, I just can't.
No challenge or anything.
I can't. Yeah, can't. There's absolutely no way to turn around things in time. So, well, if I'd known I was doing this 6 months ago, it would have been easy.
Would it?
Well, now you do.
Yeah.
You know you're doing it for
Now I
Detroit.
do. Oh yeah, no, for Detroit we definitely can.
I did just recently break the mug that you gave me in China. So,
yeah. Although yeah, and then we can even think about more creative ideas for Detroit, like for example, a Kubernetes branded pizza spatula.
Nice. That is on brand.
Yeah. Okay, and that's it for the social. Everything else we already went over.
Oh, I did just this morning remember, do we need anything to like identify the team on site? Like I remember y'all had like in San Diego, you had those hats or something.
Honestly, it's too late to get anything ordered or anything like that right
Yeah.
now.
Right. Yeah,
You'd pay a fortune. It would be like $70 an item.
nah.
And then shipping.
So, yeah, I'm going to bring my old staff hoodie, which I still have. But only people who were working that particular KubeCon have those.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I gotta find mine too.
Yeah. So
It's going to be hard to find something that all of us had.
some people will have them. I'm honestly, I mean, we're doing a lot of planning for this, but this is still going to be a relatively relaxed one compared to say San Diego.
Yeah, it's not going to be huge.
And I'm fine with that. I kind of feel like by San Diego, the contributor summit had gotten kind of out of control. So I'm glad to hit a big, I'll just point out the first contributor summit, we had nothing. We didn't even have a firm attendee list. I got my invitation like that morning. So
That's how I went the one in 2017.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, at least we have a firm supply of coffee and snacks. That's the important part.
Yeah. And we have rooms for the people.
Yep.
To stand around.
Okay. What else do we need, Pooja?
Okay. I just remembered I need to fill the SCAD. I have the link, I have everything, so
Okay.
that should be done by at some point tonight.
Yeah. I put the last version of the schedule on the website.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah, I'll
it's
copy
there
it
on the
from
website.
there.
So just update it in the website as well if you're changing anything.
Okay.
And also somebody could maybe reformat that. I'm not clear on how Hugo handle. First of all, are we using Hugo for the contributor site? Or is it something else? I'm
It
not
is
sure the
Hugo.
contributor site handles tables, so I didn't try.
It's Hugo Doxy, right?
Yep, it is Hugo with Doxy. And you can do HTML tables. I would recommend a preview just to make sure everything looks right before, you know, pushing it. Although you'll get the preview once you open the PR too.
Yeah. You can do those markdown tables, but they're like really ugly to handle.
They're okay for small things, but if you have
Yeah,
any sort of complicated table, it's a pain.
Yeah.
For the schedule itself, we can embed Sketched. Like there is a thingy, a Hugo short link, or not short link, short code for Sketched already.
Okay.
So once it's dumped in Sketched, we can just embed it and replace the table format schedule too.
Okay, cool. So yeah, then I'll do that. Anything else? That's everything. No t-shirts. We'll save them for LA.
Yeah. Do you want to ship them to LA, Deb, or you want to hold them for next year's Europe? Either way works.
I'm fine with either way. They just were not going to make it in time for this
Yeah.
year's event.
Yep. The
I guess LA here means Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, either way, it would be a fun bonus for people who are showing up at whichever one. Just seems like shipping them over an ocean might be expensive, but on the other hand, holding onto them for another 6 months probably also makes a difference. I'm just glad that you still have them. I thought they might have ended up being destroyed or something.
No, we got them. They're there.
Okay.
They're ready to be enjoyed.
Yeah. Oh, finally I'll get mine. I actually printed out one just for me because
That's good. You designed it. That was worth it.
yeah, and I spent a lot of time on that design because of the color separation issues. So it's like yeah. And we might actually have although we might have a shirt for Detroit. Although I'm going to see if I can talk Caslin here into designing that one.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah. Well, I figure, whatever it is, Tim designed 4 or 5 of them, and I designed 4 or 5 of them, and
Never designed a shirt, but it's now, ever since I learned that you designed those shirts, it's been on my bucket list to design a shirt now.
the only difference is, if you've done design for other kinds of print, it's pretty much the same, which is you have to pay attention to how many colors you're using and stay away from too much in the way of gradations because
Yeah, and it also probably needs to be an SVG, which my software that I normally use has issues with. So
usually the t-shirt companies actually would prefer an AI if you can produce that. The
Isn't that
I don't think so.
Adobe Illustrator like
Yeah.
proprietary format?
Yeah. Yeah, but there's
They all
things
have
that
it
I've
anyway.
They all, well, I know they
I've
all
got
have
stuff-
it, but yeah.
Yeah, and I have the stuff that'll convert SVGs to AI. So
Mm.
the,
I didn't
The
know if it
software I
was an open
use is not
standard.
Illustrator. So
the
maybe I should get
Um,
Illustrator.
yeah, they give me a list of formats. I was able to
Okay.
convert to what they needed.
Okay.
Um,
I can probably figure
So-
something out.
There are other things out there to convert it to AI if you need to.
And also to SVG, but those are little.
yeah,
can
but like
be-
I said, I don't think it's we're talking about t-shirt vendors here. So
Yeah. Anyway.
if it wasn't
usually
if
pretty
it wasn't a
fixable.
popular format 10 years ago, they don't know how to handle it.
We
They would
can-
accept CorelDRAW, actually, I found out.
Oh, wow.
To give
Come
you an
on.
idea of
Which
what
version
kind
of
time-
CorelDRAW?
I don't know. The hey, I used
How
to have
old?
CorelDRAW for Linux.
They did. That was pretty cool.
I wonder if
Yeah.
I could get it to run in a container. That would be entertaining.
Nice.
Can you find an image old enough?
I can't. I
Might
actually
need to
paid
rip
for
your
somebody
CD.
to destroy
Right.
an entire 100-pound box of old software CDs, and I'm sure that was in there.
Yeah. Hmm.
The so yeah, I was really entertained by that when Deb forwarded me the list of formats they would accept.
Just to point out, if we need more artists, we can tweet that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, we have our little group.
Oh, you do?
on Slack? Yeah,
Oh, wow.
There's even a channel for
Yeah.
it.
Damn.
Crafter Netties.
Oh,
So-
okay.
It
the same
hasn't been
thing.
very active since the contributor celebration, but that's why it's
Right.
around.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
The so
All right. Well,
I mean, so theoretically we would throw it open, but even if we do, I have a feeling that the design is going to come from Caslin,
sure.
because among other things, she's an actual like design and drawing person.
And she's good at it.
Looking forward.
It was fun for me. I got to use tools that I hadn't used in like 15 years, and as a result have improved tremendously. Like drawing tablets are awesome now, even the
Yeah.
cheap ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how cheap you can go and still get some quality out of it. It's
Yeah, no,
used
it's
to
the
be
drawing
very
tablet I have now
different.
that cost me $100 is better than the drawing tablet I had 20 years ago
Wow.
that cost me over $1,000.
Other crazy thing is like the tablets themselves in general. Like I know a lot of artists that use their iPad or what's the Samsung one, Galaxy. I think the Galaxy Pad or whatever it is that
Galaxy
like
Note thing.
yeah, they use those day in and day out.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
could
I
see
got my
that. 'cause,
daughter
you know, it's like-
Procreate, and she's just like all day.
Okay, we done?
Cool. Anything else we need to go through over the on-site walkthrough? I think we handled that last time. Right? There's a few people of you there. Or Deb, do you need anyone else?
There were quite a few of us there.
Yeah, nope. If anyone wants to join, just let me know. I'll add you to the invite or just show up. We'll be there. But that's it.
Good. Then that's it for today. I'll be online for comms and stuff today and tomorrow anyway. And we'll see each other for the last meeting on next Monday.
Sweet.
See you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.